The Heroes and the Hidden by Kitty Quat on AO3. Episode 43. Chapter 37. The Gun Still Rattles. Shouta yawns, opening the door for his two problem children. They dive in, practically buzzing in their seats as they buckle up, signing quickly between each other. Kayama drops off Izuku earlier that morning before her patrol, her hero costume covered by a thick jacket. He was glad that she had at least tried to be more covered than usual. They were going out on their 10th Eraserhead excursion, as Hizashi had called it. A meeting for heroes with children was in session for today, so he planned to take his somewhat children. They had never said anything in the newsletter about needing to be blood-related. "Are we all ready?" Shouta asks, slowly pulling their car out of the small parking garage. Both boys nodded, before going back to playing a game of rock, paper, scissors. The normalcy of their life the past few months had been a welcome change of pace from what they were used to. Classes with his old mentor were well underway, and the boys both showed more confidence in themselves. He had seen Hitoshi train before when he had filled in for Hizashi. He took down a first-year student with just his hand-to-hand combat. It was insanely impressive, but also a bit terrifying. Sure, the students had no formal training, but in general, a 9-year-old should not know the right pressure points and weak spots to hit a 14-year-old and make him lay flat on his back. Izuku was advancing into the science and maths of second year in middle school, grasping concepts quickly and applying them to everyday life. He wasn't too bad with fighting either, showing great skill in parkour and ambush tactics. They drove in silence, his boyfriend's radio station playing in the background. Put Your Hands Up radio was a popular one, though still up and coming. His boyfriend made an excellent stage presence, even though something like the radio, where he couldn't see his face. He could hear his boyfriend's laugh, smiling along with him. They arrived at the secure building, and he could immediately see heroes and police posing as civilians walking nearby. It was a proper precaution, as each hero fretted over their children being taken by someone who would hold them hostage. They all know that under the HSPS, they would need to prioritize the commission, and not their children's lives. He opened the door to the kids, slowly helping them out, being careful not to touch them. He could see the posted civilians stare at them in wilderness before he produced his hero license, holding it up just high enough for them to see. Being an underground hero meant that even other heroes didn't know who you were. The posed civilians nodded, but still kept a close eye on him. He walked behind the boy, guiding them gently to the large building, clutching the Eraserhead goggles tightly. It was cute, if not a little strange, to see them idolize his hero persona so much. A police officer, hidden near the door, stepped out, holding a hand up. "I cannot permit you to enter." He showed the gun on his hip, making Izuku and Hitoshi cower backwards. Shouta scoffed, holding up his hero license. "Put your gun away before you scare my kids more." The police officer complies, taking the license and holding it up to the sunlight. He huffs in response, stepping aside and letting them pass. Shouta grabs his license and places it into his sleeve, glaring at the officer as they pass. He pushes open the door slowly, allowing the boys to look in and push their way in. "How many kids are going to be here?" Izuku asks, grabbing Shota's sleeve in worry. He hadn't been in a big group for some time, and the last one had been at school. He didn't blame the kids for being wary. Shouta took them to the side, kneeling to their height. "I do not know the exact number, but if you need to leave, simply ask." Izuku nodded, hesitantly, tightening his hold. Hitoshi grabbed his other hand, acting as a shield between Izuku and everything else. He stands up, guiding them to the door that was for them, knocking once before opening it. Heroes mildewed around, watching their children dart between the play structures and through each other's laughing and screaming play. One in particular raced past them, almost knocking into them. The engines in his legs pushed him forward. Tenya Ida, son of the long line of Ida heroes. Izuku whimpered, pushing into Shouta, trying to cover his ears. Oh, sorry, Izuku, I forgot. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a small noise-canceling earplugs that Hizashi had custom-made. To help you out. Izuku took them, his hand shaking, and slowly put them into his ears. His eyes widened as he grinned, before turning to Hitoshi and tapping him on the arm. It's not so loud. Hitoshi grinned as his friend's new accessory, admiring them carefully. A small blond boy stumbled towards the trio, trying to run from another kid. Shouta put out a hand, stopping the boy from hitting his kids. The boy turned around, his hair sticking straight up with static, a wide grin on his face before he looked at Shouta and frowned. I've seen you before. Are you actually a hero? Hitoshi moved quickly, taking the boy by the wrist and twisting it around, throwing him to the floor. Shouta winced, along with other heroes in the room who came to speculate. He's the best hero, Hitoshi said, sticking his tongue out, hands on his hips. Shouta couldn't help the grin that crossed his face. Hitoshi had spoken for the first time since the mall trip, and it was actually to someone other than those he lived with. He gently tapped Hitoshi on the shoulder the same way all their old family did. A way to symbolize that they were safe. Hitoshi, we can't just throw kids to the floor. He could see the other heroes looking at them with disdain, trying to understand who these people were. Hitoshi looked at him frowning. Sorry, Aizawa. He mumbled as Shouta tried to hide his laughter. The boy grumbled from the floor, slowly pushing himself up. Izuku hesitated before stepping forward, clearly hoping to clear the air of aminicity. I'm sorry for my friend, he murmured slowly, rubbing at his hands, before offering it forward. He had gotten more comfortable with touch in the months he had been with them, even allowing Mei from UA to hold his hand. The boy accepted, standing up and rubbing at his wrists. My name is Denki Kaminari, he says, grinning again. The heroes all disperse, still catching side glances at them. One hero remains near the trio, a woman with bright hair and lightning bolts over her costume. My mom is Elytra. Izuku's eyes widen as he turns around to the woman standing nearby. She waves a hand in a welcome, allowing the kids to stay alone. Hitoshi steps forward behind Izuku, glancing at the floor. I'm sorry for hurting you. Denki waves a hand, grinning. No worries, bro. I'm not hurt. He laughs as Hitoshi looks up shocked. Takes more than that to knock out Charge Bolt. Charge Bolt? Izuku asks before Kaminari gets rammed into by Ida. They stumbled, Ida frowning as he helps Kaminari up. He dusts himself off, rubbing at his legs. I apologize, Kaminari. I did not mean to hit you. Kaminari laughs, smacking Ida's shoulder with a friendly pat. People seem to keep throwing me around, huh? He giggles, facing Izuku again as Ida rubs at his calls. Charge Bolt is gonna be my hero name, he declares, clicking his tongue on the roof of his mouth. I'm gonna go to UA. Izuku giggles as he looks at Hitoshi, who shakes his head. I'm gonna go to UA too, Ida says proudly, just like all my family. Shouta slowly breaks away from the group, leaving them to make friends, and walks over to the snack table. He wasn't expecting to see any coffee in the kids' area, but he was mildly disappointed. I have a bag of black coffee in a kettle sitting in my car. I don't suppose that you can heat up any water? Elytra asked, grabbing a cupcake from the stack. Shouta groaned, shaking his head. Unfortunately, I do not have that ability. I'm not that lucky. He takes a grape and pops it in his mouth, watching the kids closely. Elytra sighs, leaning against the wall. That kid is a bundle of energy, though yours seem like the same. She laughs as Shouta nods in agreement. That was a good move he did, I will admit. Something I've seen pros do. Shouta chuckles, rubbing at his neck. They're being trained by the best, I guess. Elytra laughs, hitting his shoulder. So humble, aren't you? She picks up another cupcake and bites into it, sighing. Shouta raises his hands in defense. Nothing like that. I don't actually really want them trained like that till they're older. But life sucks. He tries to explain, but does so poorly. She nods, though, opening her mouth to say something in response, when the door busts open. The number 2 hero steps in, his flame sending the group of kids back to their parents, in fear. Endeavor surveys the room, tisking as if he saw a bug under his shoe. This is not worthy of the next generation of heroes, he proclaims loudly, the other heroes rolling their eyes. A dual-toned hair of head looks out from behind him, lighting up when he sees the food and crafts around. His dad goes to grab him, but he darts out of the way, running over to the coloring table and grabbing a paper. The kids slowly emerge from behind their parents, Shouta tapping Izuku and Hitoshi over their heads to reassure them. Izuku darts out from behind them, running to the coloring table as well, murmuring something about multiple quirks. Hitoshi follows close behind. I hate that flaming bastard, Elytra mumbles, finishing her cupcake. Shouta can't help but agree. Wow, look at that. I didn't proofread, so please accept my apology. It's okay, I didn't listen. Please accept my apology, guys. There's been so many cute moments. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Chapter 38, But I Trust You. Summary, Shouta is a sneaky bastard. The kids play together. Looky, Fluff, this may be the last domestic fluff for a while. Just a warning, I figured out a way for all of this to wrap up. But that'll be for a while. What? 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 Guys, I'm not ready. Guys, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Please don't take me back there. We just got here. Please. Please. Also, I think I'll get to a point where I'll start recording 2 chapters in one. Not yet, though. But whenever I have time and stuff. So if I see, like, oh, today I'm only recording 1 video, but I could do 2 in 1. So it's like, oh, this video is only 12 minutes long. The next one's about to be, like, roughly 14. I might as well group them together. So yeah, expect that in the future. For now, it's gonna stay as it is. Mainly because I'm trying to catch up. Right now, I only have like 2 days, technically only 1 day of buffer. And I'm trying to build up a buffer, especially because this weekend I'm probably not going to be able to record, considering I'm going to go on a family trip with family if my one job allows me. I have 2 jobs, by the way. But one of my jobs is being an absolute asshole. They're not allowing me. And I may or may not quit that job. So I only have 1 job back, and I will actually be able to record 2 videos a day. And be able to post 2 videos a day. And then probably fully go back into the posting 4 videos a day. Not yet, though. I want to roll into that. I'm hoping by the end of next year, being able to do 4 videos a day. So my goal is that in a year, I'll be able to start doing 3 to 4 videos a day. Anyways, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.